Hi everyone, it is Samantha and I am here today with another tag video for you guys. Today I'm going to be doing the subject book tag. I was tagged by Michael from Bitten by a Radioactive Book, and the tag was created by Rachel Reviews All, and of course as always I will link both their channels down below and be sure to go and check them out. So basically this tag consists of various subjects that you find in school and you have to match them to a corresponding book. So let us get started, shall we? Number 1 is maths, and for this one you have to select a crime novel. To be honest, I have never once read a crime novel, but I am going to go with Liza Lamora because thievery goes on, and it seems to me that thievery is a crime. I mean, it doesn't just seem, it is. I mean, people go to jail for it, but that's basically the closest that I have to a crime novel. Crime takes place within the novel. It's not necessarily a crime novel. It's fantasy, but it works, okay? It works. This is all I have. Number 2 is science, and for this one you have to choose a science fiction or fantasy novel. That's like 95% of what I read, so which one am I going to show you? Here's my whole bookshelf. But I will just pick one. So for this one, since I have literally a plethora of fantasy books to choose from, I decided to go with one that I don't typically show that often on my channel, and that is The Lord of Snow and Shadows by Sarah Ashe. I read this book a couple years ago, this trilogy in fact, and I really enjoyed it. It is a very excellent fantasy series. It takes place in a very wintry land. It follows this young man, Gavril, who is raised by his mother in a sunny little island home, but he doesn't know much of his father until one day his father is murdered and Gavril learns that he is to ascend the throne. But his father leaves a legacy that is a lot more different than what he expected. Some very weird and strange things happen, and he finds a lot about what his ancestry is and what exactly that means. If that sounds intriguing, then I suggest you pick it up because it was a really different and interesting fantasy series, and it was quite good. So that's what I'm going to choose for science. Number 3 is English. For this one you have to choose a classical novel. Since I'm filming this at Christmas time, I'm going to go with A Christmas Carol, which is one of my all-time favorite books. It's Charles Dickens. It's Christmas. I think everybody knows the story, so I don't need to say much else, but I just love the tale. It's a very good Christmas tale. Number 4 is art. For this one, you need to choose a beautiful cover. Obviously, I need to get prettier books because I feel like I am running out of pretty covers to show you guys that I haven't already shown like 300 times before. That was a slight exaggeration, but I think you know what I mean. Okay, for this one, I'm going with The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. It was a novella that he wrote that takes place in the King Chronicles world. But this is okay, this isn't bad, but I'm actually choosing it because I love what is under the flap. It is this really black, it's this black with this really pretty cobalt iridescent-y blue on the cover. I really enjoy the front flap colors. And of course, if you guys watched my October book haul and unboxing, you know I was very excited about this. Some super cool art is inside. So I know it's not necessarily just the cover, it's also what is inside, but I just really enjoyed it. Just the whole thing in general I thought was really well done. I really enjoyed the pictures and the art and everything about it, and look at that. Ori looking at the moon. It's just very pretty all around. Number 5 is languages, and for this you need to choose a translated novel. For this I am choosing Ruby Red. I have not read it yet, but I do in fact know that this was translated from German, and I think it's actually one of the only translated novels that I have, so there you go. Number 6 is historical fiction. For this one I am choosing Daughter of the Force by Juliet Marillier. It takes place during medieval Ireland. The fantastical element, which makes it really interesting, is one of my favorite historical novels, and it's a very beautifully told story, so I highly recommend you pick it up if you have not done so already. And last but not least, number 7 is geography. For this one you have to choose a novel that is not set in the UK or the US of A. I read a lot of fantasy, so that's like all of them. So which one am I going to choose? For this I'm going with The Land of Predane, which is from the Chronicles of Predane by Lloyd Alexander, the Black Cauldron, Book of 3, all of those books. It is a very interesting land. A lot goes on. I'm in the middle of rereading this series. I first read it when I was 14. It is a classic fantasy series, so I recommend you check it out if you have not done so already. It is a middle grade series, and it is quite easy and quick to read. And I don't know, it's just really interesting. I like the land that it takes place in. It's pretty rich. The more books you get into, it gets more developed, and I just find it really interesting, and they kind of deal deal a little bit with fairy fair folk in this series, which I enjoyed, and it's just, you know, it's good. I don't show this one very often, so there you go. If you really want to know what the Land of Predain looks like, my box set came with a map, so there you go. There's the Land of Predain. Alright guys, that was the subject book tag. Thank you, Michael, for tagging me. This was a fun one to do. As for who I am going to be tagging, I'm going to throw some people down in the comments. I'm not sure who I'm going to tag yet. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye!